Okay, let me go back to here for a minute. And, okay, am I live? Am I live? Okay, it looks like I'm here. Where should I put this? I'll put it over here. That's fine. How many people are here? There's just you. Well, it looks like I'm a little late. Sorry about that. I had some weird bugaboos that occurred technologically. So, in any case, so can you guys hear me? Does it sound okay? Eli Slim, Sean, and I wear myself. Okay. Hey, Space Cowboy, how you doing? Aloha, Sean. How is all the image and the sound and all that stuff? I had some technical issues getting this up just now, which is why I'm a couple minutes late. Oh, hang on, let me turn off my heater. I've been running it to, it's cold, and I've been running it to, well, I guess that's what that's going to be. Yeah, I wonder if I can move this one. I don't know what's wrong with my fucking camera. See, I'm still having these weird technical issues. Boink, boink, boink. I guess I'll leave it like that, maybe, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell where it's at. I keep looking at the screen over there to see what YouTube is saying, and it's difficult to, not what I wanted to do, this one. Come on. Why won't it select this? I don't want that anymore. Okay, here, I'll do it this way. Boink. Is that better? Still just isn't. Something went wrong with my setup here. All right. Hey, Patty, how's it going? AJ Miller, hey, how's it going? Eli Slim, Business, hey, how's it going? How y'all doing? Let's see, let me see what comments are. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay, AJ. Could fry an egg on those heaters. And yeah, okay, so I don't really have a, well, as usual, I don't really have a plan. I'll wait a little while because it looks like there's only 14 people. I'll give it a little bit more time and I'll kick off the timer. Oh, hey, Business. Okay, well, I'm glad you're at least staying up with us for a little while. It's nice to have, it's nice to have as many people here as we can, right? Yeah. I think I might have to adjust that camera. See, this whole thing is just not, give me a second here. Is that too far? Yeah. Oh, that's fine. It'll have to do. Actually, I can sit up a little bit straighter and all that. This is just kind of weird, and I don't know why it's so hinky today. Anyway. Bump. So does anybody have any pressing things to discuss or talk about or any of that? Otherwise, I might just go over to do Sokoban again. I think I'll just do that. So you know how many? There's 15. Is that a good amount of people? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start off the timer. Doink. What? Okay, hang on, you silly thing. I guess I'll just do it this way then. Let's just do this. There, that'll work like that. Okay. It's just. If it's not one, how many of you remember Rosanna Dana? If it's not one thing, it's another. It's always something. If it's not one thing, it's another. Okay, well, let's go over to here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see. Okay, I need to bring this, I guess, over here or something. You know, I'm going to take the clock, or I'll shrink the clock, I guess. Let's do this. So I put the. Let's shrink the clock. It doesn't need to be that big. Actually, I'm going to do that over in the other one too. Let me. That's better. All right, anyway. Hershey, who is Hershey? Oh, you mean the Hershey's candy? Why did they do an ad or something? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're doing ads on live streams now. Although I think it's set up that I think I'm supposed to get a little warning that tells me when the ads are coming. So I'll try to remember to do that for those of you who get the ads. There's another, I think there's a way I'm supposed to be able to kind of control it, but YouTube favors letting them do it, which, I'm going to go ahead and let that happen for a while just to, you know, yeah, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right, well, I'm going to go over to this one now, and which means I'm now going to go over to here. All right. Okay. Do I want to, what do I want to do? I had an idea this morning about something I wanted to do. Let me go to here. This is, okay, I think it's these, funny template. Yeah, okay, I've done these before. I don't know if I've done these in a video before or not, but I think they're basically kind of simple, so I could kind of do them at the same time I'm kind of babbling to you guys, and I'll try to get more low key and kind of, let me see how that looks for a quick sec. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let's go back over to here. You know what I'm going to do? It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm going to put this over here for a minute. All right, yeah, I think that'll work okay. Oh, wait, here Patty says, da-da-da-da. Holy mackerel. All right, so what am I doing here? Okay, I think this is pretty straightforward. I think that I got to push stuff over and get it around over into this area over here. Let's go around the edges here first for a minute. Hi Rita, I've been mostly okay. I've had some issues with my back, but you know, what else is new? I'm going to have to get better at managing that because it just gets in the way too often. All right, let me get onto here. Play a little bit of a game. So, if I remember how, well, should I just try and solve it, or do I try to remember it? I'll just try to solve it, I guess. Because you need to get what? I got to get somebody over here, but I got to get this guy. What would we do? think if I push that guy like that, Now I've got myself stuck in a pickle, haven't I? Because if I move this guy over here, that traps me up, doesn't it? So this isn't right. You know, sometimes I can do these and sometimes I can't, you know what I mean? Business, it's like, I'm good at certain types of reasoning things, but I'm bad with spatial stuff, which is why I enjoy playing these sometimes, but it's also I play it because it's, I don't know, I think maybe it does me good. So I don't think, see if I push this guy over here, that just gets me tied up. So I have to figure, how do I get around to this guy? It seems like, that seems like the right thing to do. If I put this guy here, see, that's locked me up again, hasn't it? So let's back this up. Let's see, if I don't talk as Okay, Rita, you know, that's cool. Chime in when you're up to it, and if you're not, then, you know, we'll just assume you're getting some rest. I'm just totally bonkering myself on this. Maybe I should come back to it. Let's start it over. Because this, so I know I'm going to have to put one here and then get under it and push it back this way. So it's how do I move these over incrementally, right? If I push this guy here, push that guy there, can I get, you know, I'm gonna look at my previous solution because I'm just not seeing it. So let's look at what I did before. See what I did. Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. Holy mackerels. I wonder, shall we go ahead and go through it again? Like that, and without the machine doing it for me? All right. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go on, move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to get that guy there and that guy there, I think. See, I think maybe. Now I'm screwing myself up again here, aren't I? Yep. Oh, no, I'm not. There we go. Let's put that there like that. I'm not going to have the 34 thing. I went way over, but all right, at least I got a solution. All right, let's see if I've got any new comments here. Oh, there is one there, but you know, there's this thing that kind of, it won't show me the whole comment. It's like it's there, but I can't read it all. So I have to wait till, okay, let's see. You know, I'm currently reading. Well, I just started. Oh, I can't think of what it's called. Give me a quick sec. It's about England. I only really did just start it. Okay. It's well, here. Let me get back off the game thing here for a second. Go to this regular here. All right, so it's okay. Is everything all right? It looks like everything's fine. Okay, I don't know. A weird thing had just happened with OBS. Ah, weird. Something hinky is going on. I'm gonna have to figure this out later. Anyway, so up. I always get screwed up with where to show things up for the camera. There you go. There's the cover of it. Yeah, it's funny. I just started it. I've only really gotten barely into it, frankly. Just some interesting bits about it because he's talking about when he arrived into England and you know, he's talking about the fog and, you know, it was late and so there was like nobody around, and it kind of reminded me I had a similar sort of although I think he was if I remember, I just read it, I can't even freaking remember. I think he's went into Brighton, or maybe, yes, I don't know, somewhere on the south, but I also ended up going into the south, but I did it from a different way. I was trying to get to Southsea because a friend of mine was living there, and I don't know, it was weird, but anyway, I had a similar experience with, you know, the fog and the dark and, you know, all that kind of nonsense. Anyways, I just started it, but so I can't really say I'm reading it yet, you know what I mean? A friend of mine gave it to me, so I'll let you know how it is. You're reading a book on anarchism. All right, cool. I don't really read anything about anarchism, but, you know. So Patty's listening to Harry Potter. Oh, right, yeah, Stephen Fry. That would be kind of interesting. I never thought about him as being a guy to read a book, but sometimes I find him kind of amusing when he does that show. What is it, QI? Or he used to do. I guess it's Sandy Tokesvig now, isn't it? Did I say her name right? I think I said it right. I'm slouching again. No, I haven't read Lord of the Flies. I know that's one of those books that everybody's read, but yeah, I haven't read it. I don't know, I probably should get around to it just since it's one of those. I mean, it's like 1984, yeah, which I read, but yeah, good old Winston. Yeah, all right, I'm going to go back to the Sokoban. Yeah, let's go back to Sokoban for a bit. And I can keep, okay, I can look at the comments over there. All right. So we got that one. Okay. What are we going to do here? Let's just look at it for a minute. Hagrid voice. All right, so this is going to be another one of those ones I got to... All right, yeah, let's... It looks like... I'm going to go down like that. Because I need to get that guy off, so how is that going to happen? Oh, you know, I'm going to have to back. I see what I'm going to need to do here, right? Oh, man, this is going to be... Wait, how am I going to do this? Oh, hell. Because I got to get... All right, this guy can just go here then, right? That guy goes there, maybe. Right, because then I can put this guy here. This is so disorganized and not the right way of doing this, I don't think there. Now I need to get this guy here. I think I have to push him down there. have to push that guy in now, aren't I? Get him here. Yeah, let's push him here. Let's go get this guy here. And now let's go get this guy here. Nowhere near the good solution, but yeah, Lord of the Flies, that's the one where it's a bunch of young, I think it's young boys, right? They get shipwrecked on an island or something like that, and then they kind of come up with their own kind of weird, chaotic, if I remember from people talking about it, that it was a bit tragic, right? But, you know, that's about all I remember people talking about, but I've never read it, so. But yeah, that's one of those things that they make you read in literature classes, isn't it? You know what I mean? Which, you know, I say make you read, I mean, suggest you read or have you read or whatever, right? Now this is a little ridiculous. I don't understand why my camera is doing what it's doing over there, but because the whole thing is just kind of discombobulated. Well, let's go on to the next game. All right, we're going to have to do a similar thing, right? You have to push this down to get around that guy. You're going to have to push him over here, yeah? This doesn't seem like I want to push this there. This is so, like, completely inefficient. But again, we got a solution out of it anyway. And I'm not going to go over and over again to find a better solution. I'm just not interested in spending that much time on each puzzle. I hope you guys won't be too disappointed. Syad Diakite, am I saying that right? Syad Diakite? Diakite? Thanks for having the sentiment that you appreciate my existence. That's groovy. I appreciate your existence as well. You know, that's a groovy thing. Humans should appreciate each other, yeah? It's tempting to just push that guy in there, isn't it? I think... because I think you need to have that spot. Because you're going to have to get... see, I have to put this guy over here. Somehow at the same time I'm getting... like this guy's got to come here, but this guy's got to get over there. To, you know, because to move this, I can't get him here, right? Not, you know, directly. Oh, you know what I think I have to do? Oh, right. Okay, I'm going to back up. I think I see what I have to do. Let's go ahead and put you there. Let's put you there. Let's put you down here now. There we go. This is completely, again, inefficient, but at least it's a solution. Here we go. All right, let me see if I can catch up on... Travis says, hey, pal. I am doing, you know, well, in the moment I'm doing fine. Yeah, so groovy. I hope you are doing well as also. Eli Well, I'm glad you tune in, you know, and chime in whenever you feel like it, man. You're not obligated to, obviously, but, you know, I like hearing from you guys. So, you know, that's groovy. Um, yeah, I'm going to be doing, you know, I was doing the try to do, like, you know, I don't know, periodically the once a month thing in the middle of the month with doing 3 streams over the course of a weekend. And the guy that's kind of helping me, advising me on how to do YouTube better, um, had suggested that that was not the best way for the YouTube algorithm, that he said it would be better if I did them not all crammed together but spread them out. So instead of doing like 3-hour-long ones, I decided what I would do is 2 hour-and-a-half ones and just do them every other week. And then I'm going to, you will know when the next one is at the end of this one. I'm using dice and a coin to dictate, because I want it to be random. That way I can reach, you know, more and more of you guys, you know. You know, while I'm talking, let me switch to the other thing. If I'm just talking, I might as well just not have the game up. But anyway, yeah, here, I'll go ahead and show you the things. And my little cup. There's the cup. And I have 2 die. There we go. And a coin. Where's the coin from again? I think it's Canadian. Yeah, Canadian, I guess it's a quarter, Canadian quarter maybe. But anyway, so the coin, right, so one of them is AM, one of them is PM, right, I'll decide later. And we get 2 through 12, so that will give us, you know, 2 through 12 AM and 2 through 12 PM. So there's a randomness to it. But it'll always be on a weekend, though. But I'll do it, you know, I'll roll the die and flip the coin thing. I just do it all in the cup and just spill it out, and you get what you get. I don't know, it just seems, it amuses me too. I don't know, it just amuses me, so that's the way I'm going to do it. Okay, let me get back to the comments here. Okay, Patty says, yeah, you know, I agree with that, man. But as far as, like, I don't like it when, yeah, it's having ads inside of an ASMR video is ridiculous. And I think YouTube should wise up to that. Because here, dig this, right? There's a lot of times I consume ASMR and it's about tingles, you know what I mean? And so I'm, you know, I don't want an ad, you know, intruding on that. But a lot of people dig the ASMR thing and they use it for relaxation and, you know, a sleep aid kind of a thing. And here's the thing, if you're in that kind of state of mind, or in a tingly, you know, kind of you want to be tingling state of mind, how receptive are you really to hearing an ad? You know what I mean? It's like we should somehow figure out a way of explaining to the advertisers, you're wasting your money on ASMR ads if it's in the middle of the ASMR video. You're probably more likely going to get people going, ugh, and get angry at you. You know what I mean? It just seems really stupid and short-sighted. I mean, YouTube does a lot of those types of things that just seem to me to be really stupid and short-sighted. But, you know, it's their platform, so I guess, you know. Yeah, it's a black box, yeah. I mean, yeah, this guy that I have, it's the guy that does the pure ASMR videos and that stuff. He's the guy that, you know, did that one compilation of my stuff that got like 1 million something views, or I don't know, I don't remember what it is. It's more than 1 million views last time I looked at it a while back. Anyway, so actually I have a video that's up and should have been released already, but he's behind schedule and he wanted me not to release it. He wanted to do the titles and the description and all the stuff to, you know, anyway, so I was going to let him do that, and then, yeah, anyway, so things have gotten a little disorganized, and I've gotten disorganized, and my back got whatever, I have tons of complaints, but mostly I just have to get better at dealing with things. Let me get back to the comments here, instead of just belly aching. Do I like Judas Priest? Yeah, you know, I do. I haven't listened to them in a long time. I don't own any of their records. I used to have tapes because, well, back in the day, you know, people made tapes for each other. So I used to have a bunch of cassette tapes that friends of mine made for me. Of course, Breaking the Law, Another Thing Coming. You know what I mean? That's kind of the era of Judas Priest that I really like. Although I saw a thing recently, they did something very recent, seems to me, and I remember thinking, wow, I didn't even realize they were still doing stuff. And so that was, excuse me, I'm clearing my throat. Anyways, hey, Neil, it's good to have you back. BuildTube, yeah, Patty. Yeah, there's kind of an idea to that, but it's like I don't really have that big of a, I'm not that big of a draw, you know what I mean? I don't think I don't know if I could make it work properly, in a functional way, the way I could with YouTube, but, who knows, maybe someday, maybe I'll become a rock star of ASMR or even my music or something, right? Who knows? Yeah, but it's a fun idea, isn't it? Okay, AJ Miller says, and again, it won't. Oh, right on. Yeah, thanks, AJ. Yeah. Oh, who else just did a thing that I quite like? I haven't seen all of it, but I just saw a couple of videos. Is Madness's latest thing. I used to really like Madness, too. I was very into the whole two-tone ska, the whole late 70s, early 80s thing. I guess it was really late 70s, wasn't it? By the time the 80s came around, it was kind of, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was still going, wasn't it? Because I saw the English Beat, I think it was in the Waldorf in San Francisco. I think that was like 82 or 83. So I guess they were still doing stuff then, yeah. And also, yeah, that's, I think the Specials had broke up by then, yeah, because it was Fun Boy 3, wasn't it? But Madness, of course, Madness lasted into the 80s for quite a while, like Our House and stuff like that. Anyway. Oh, hey, Neil, how's it going, man? 7:30, getting up in the morning, yikes. Well, if it's 7:30 in the morning, that means you're on Saturday morning already, right? Or Sunday morning already, I mean, right? Yeah? Is that right? Because you're ahead of me, yeah? I always get screwed up with that time stuff, It's odd about how, I just really get messed up when it comes to spatial reasoning and stuff, you know what I mean? That's what, it's like that whole, the globe turning thing. Like I always have to stop and think about, okay, here's the globe and the sun rises in the east, you know what I mean? So I have to kind of, I can't just do it in my head most of the time. I always need to kind of, anyway, it's just, I keep trying to get better at it, but it seems to be a deficiency. Yeah, okay, Sunday, right, yeah, thanks, man. UAE. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I hope I don't offend you or anybody else for that matter. Neil Ormond makes me think that you're not native of the UAE. So are you there on business, or have you moved there, or, if you don't mind my asking. You could always just tell me to mind my own business. That's fine. I just get nosy about stuff, so, sorry about that. I didn't think about getting any objects to do anything with. Pop it up, pop, pop. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe there's something nearby I could go grab, but not really. It would be kind of too much of a pain in the butt. Maybe later if I have to take a bathroom break, I'll try to think of something on my way as I go through. I'll grab something that, I don't know. I have no idea. It just seems like I should have more options than just going back to Sokoban every once in a while. Maybe I should think about planning these out better rather than just doing them by the seat of my pants. Because clearly, they've been going so well recently that I thought I had kind of just a setup that I would just, boom, do this, reproduce it, and it didn't work today at all. Well, everything was just going wrong. Wow, 10 years, right on. From Liverpool, right on. My friend, I have a dear friend who was, oh no, what is it? It's St. Helens. His family's like from St. Helens, and he lived in Burtonwood for a while, which isn't too far from that neck of the woods. Right on. Okay, all right, yeah, right on. I forgot, man. I have a really, really bad memory. Thanks for reminding me, Neil. Yeah. It's just like the old man with the beard is repeating himself, man. Yeah, whatever. Holy mackerel. Maybe I should start taking notes about the things I talk about. Or yeah, anyway. All right, I guess I'm going to go back to looking at the Sokoban again. All right, so let me bring this back up over here. I have all these stinking windows open. All right, yippee-yay. So this one I'm going to need to push that guy in, obviously, and then go up here, because that's the only way to get in. It looks like he's going to have to come down here to get out of the way. Or is this guy going to have to get... all right, let me try some things. I don't see it off right here, obviously, right now. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's put this guy over here to put him out of the way. And I'm thinking maybe he'll be the last one to push there. And then maybe what I need to do is push this guy up here. All right, wait a minute now. I've tied myself up into a knot again, haven't I? See, because I need to push this guy here, which is fine, because then I can push that guy there. Unless I can get this. Hey, let me see about this. What if I do this? There we go. I can do that. Yeah, not too bad. Horribly inefficient, but yeah, what are you going to do? Right on, Neil. Thanks for understanding. Do I read any comic books? You know, here, let me do this again so I can just get back to here. You know, no, I don't anymore, and I haven't in a really long time. When I was a kid, I was very, very much into Marvel comics. My favorites were Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and Ghost Rider. Those were my three big ones. But I would be happily, enjoy just about any of them, the Avengers and stuff like that. Yeah, the Hulk, Submariner, all that kind of stuff was pretty fantastic. And then I just kind of, I don't know, grew out of it, I suppose, as I got to be an adult. And then when I was in college, a friend of mine loaned me a couple of graphic novels, which I found very, very entertaining and appealing. The only one I really remember well was The Saint of Killers, which is a character that's in The Preacher. They made a TV show out of The Preacher stuff, but he loaned me the stuff that was, I guess, an offshoot of that or whatever. That was the special. I don't know if it was special or not, but it was devoted just to the Saint of Killers. Pretty interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Does that answer your question? I hope. What about you? I'm assuming if you asked me the question about comic books that you do read comic books, do you have a particular favorite? I'm going to go back to Sokoban for a bit here. And let me turn this window on. And let's go to the next one. And let's see. Oh no. Can you guys hear the dogs? Something's going on upstairs and has the dogs all... I don't see any sirens, so maybe somebody's out front or trying to get in our yard or something, I don't know. There are other people that live upstairs who actually own the dog, so I will leave it to them. Anyway, let me look at trying to figure this thing out. Okay, it looks like it's going to be similar. I'm going to want to put somebody down here. It's probably going to get there. One's going to get put here to get out of the way. So what are we going to do here? Yeah. Oops. Too far. All right. And now I think... Holy mackerel. I thought I had an idea, but now I've kind of lost what I thought what I saw. Oh no. When did that happen? I didn't even notice it. I hope this isn't too noisy for you guys. I'm just having so many things go wrong today. It's just insane. Anyway, how noisy was that? Let me get back over to here and see if... That doesn't look like it was too horrible. All right. Yikes. Is this one slipping too? Feels like he's okay. Let me... Anyway, yikes. All right, let me get back to this puzzle, maybe. I don't know why, I just... Okay, man. All right, let me start over. I think I've overlooked something. It seems like the obvious thing is to push this guy down here, or maybe... because if I do this, and push him down here, I don't know that I need to do that. Holy mackerel. Okay, let me... Okay, I'm going to go back to the comments thing. It looks like there's a few going on. So let me go back to here and go to there. Okay, let's see. Catch up with this stuff. Oh, Swamp Thing. Yeah, I remember Swamp Thing from back in the day. That was okay. That was okay. That was kind of one of those ones that got... Yeah, it was interesting. Kind of always struck me as more... I don't know, the stories seemed a little like I had a different take on them, you know what I mean? Okay, Bill, how was February? Okay, what's been going on? Well, I don't want to go too much into what's been going on because I had an issue with my back, and I was laid up pretty badly for a while. You know, I don't even know what I did, frankly. You know, there was one time, just to give you an idea, that it was, I don't know, a year or so ago, I put myself out for a couple of days by sneezing. You know what I mean? It just, you know, it's that, you know, my discs just are basically almost non-existent, I guess. You know, well, I shouldn't say that. They're not quite non-existent, but I've lost more than an inch of height. Yeah. Right on. Vampirilla, right on. Oh, right on. Wow, you're very deep into it, huh? Oh, you know, another thing that a friend of mine, well, actually, a friend of mine, but he's my nephew, but I know I have friendly thoughts for him. So he loaned me the first manga of One Punch Man. I really like One Punch Man. I really do. I mean, I've only seen the first season. But yeah, I really, really, really like One Punch Man. I mean, as far as I've only seen the first season of the anime, right? And I've only read the very first episode of the manga. All right, Patty. I'll catch you next time, man. Have a good night. Right on, yeah. X-Men and yeah, all that. Yeah, that's pretty groovy, huh? Okay, so I don't know Maso. Is that I don't know Maso? Is that how you're saying that? Well, hey, welcome. Have you been? Are you somebody who watches my channel and then just came to the live stream via that way, or did you just find the live stream randomly? Or I'm just nosy. Sorry about that. You don't have to answer if you're not up to it. Yeah, Eli, isn't he? Yeah, thanks, man. I'm for the most part pretty much mostly back to I still have some whatever. It's yeah, but thanks. Yeah, things are getting back, and I need to get back on track with it just screws me up and whatever. Any other anime that I watch? I don't really watch a lot of anime habitually. I just kind of get like somebody introduces me to one, and then I kind of get into it for a minute. I don't remember what it was. There was one. Death Note, I guess. Yeah, there you go. I just noticed Death Note in the thing. Yeah, actually, Vampire Hunter and Death Note. Those, my niece, or one of my nieces, is really, really into both of those. And when she was young, or when we were both younger, she's like 30 now, but when she was younger and more into the whole anime thing, like, teens, really, basically teens into late teens, she used to come stay with me in my place over in San Francisco, and we would hang out. And she liked watching animes and that sort of thing. So yeah, I would have her come over, and I'd let her take my bedroom. I'd sleep on the couch, but we would just go out and hang out in San Francisco, but then come home and have dinner and watch anime. Yeah, the streaming thing is, I guess it's fairly recent, isn't it? But I've been trying to make it be more of a thing that I just do with regularity. And the theory is now I'm going to just do it every other weekend. The times are going to be random, though, so it won't always be at the same time of day. It will be sometime between noon on Saturday, actually 2 p.m. on Saturday to I guess what? So 2 p.m. Saturday to noon Sunday, I guess, is kind of, the option somewhere inside of that. Oh, yes, Avatar The Last Airbender. I love Avatar The Last Airbender. Yeah. I actually have the first book on DVD somewhere. My niece, the same niece I was just talking about, gave it to me as a gift. Evangelon. I don't remember that one. I'm not sure I've seen it. I'll have to look into that one. Yeah. The original cartoon or anime or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I think of that one as being a cartoon more than an anime, just because of the style of it. It just seems less, strictly Japanese. I'm not even sure where that's produced, to be honest. I had assumed that it had some connection to an American company because of it clearly is in English. Oh man, they didn't give me the notice. Or maybe it happened and I missed it. I'm sorry about the commercial thing, man. That's YouTube is that's their thing. They're gonna put ads on pretty much everything now. It kind of annoys me, but it's like, and here's the thing: it's like they're doing all this stuff. Like, I don't know if you've noticed on, well, at least for me, in your recommendation stuff, right? When you're just just turn on YouTube and go, there you go. How they do the little sponsored video things, that there's more and more of those, right? It's like they're trying to squeeze every penny, that they can. It's just like, wait a minute, is Alphabet hurting for money? I can't believe that, I don't know, maybe I'm just too naive or something. Oh, Eon Flux. Yeah, I love Eon Flux. I especially like the old ones from back in the day. The first ones I remember seeing were, oh, I can't remember the animator's name. I think he's Korean, right? Um, and they were, I guess, I want to say like right around 1990 or something like that, 91, 92, or I don't know. At least that's what my memory is saying. But because I used to see it on liquid television on MTV, that's back in the day when MTV actually mostly showed videos. They only had a few, shows that weren't videos here and there, but most of it was, videos. Okay, here we go. Oh, right, yeah, I guess if you do the premium YouTube, you don't have those ads intruding on you. I did like the live action remake. I'm assuming you're talking about the Eon Flux one. Yeah, I really liked that. I mean, it was, a bit of a departure, clearly, but I thought it was really good. I mean, yeah, it's okay for people to make different things with the same storyline, you know what I mean? I used to be kind of uptight about that, but then I took this course in the classics because I used to have this really messed up notion that there was a correct version of mythology. And it wasn't until I was an adult, like, in my late 20s, and I took this course in the classics. And it was like suddenly it dawned on me when I was reading all this stuff, because we read, let's see, the Iliad, the Odyssey, Jason and the Argonauts, I guess you call it the Argonautica or whatever, the Aeneid. Um, what else? I think there was something else. It was a lot of reading for a semester. But anyway, he had us reading a lot of other stuff that were these little short stories and myths and things that were not, they were part of anthologies and things that he had that we would have to go get out of the library and stuff. But I started reading it. I was like, oh wow, because all that stuff originated from oral tradition, right? So there's a lot of variation and a lot of different stories, and some of them, contradict each other, and that kind of thing. And of course it did, because it was from an oral tradition, right? So there's going to be different people with different histories telling different versions of the story, right? And it suddenly dawned on me, yeah, that's what humans should do, right? We should be less uptight about that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm trying to get back to the comments here. Okay, hang on, where am I at? Received, yeah, there's the ad. Yeah, is that Loic Talbot? Yeah, I think it's my understanding that they just treat it like a TV ad, like everybody who doesn't have the premium thing gets an ad at the same time. I think. I might be wrong, but I think if I understand the way that the YouTube thing explains it, that's what's going on. Because it used to have a thing that came up on my the YouTube box. It's kind of my admin bit over here. It used to have a thing, add in blah 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 blah. And I remember last time I think I was giving people warning. Oh, here comes the ad. Yeah. Yeah, Eon Flux. 3:50 a.m. in Ireland. Of course I do. Of course I do. Now, do you say that Nile? Am I saying that properly? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Peter Chung, right. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, the Gundam stuff, and yeah, I'm not all that familiar with all that stuff, to be honest, but all right, you're in Pennsylvania then, huh? Right on. So I'm in California, if that's, I'm pretty sure most people are aware of that, but yeah, I mean, you're new, so yeah, I'm in California. I live on the East Bay. I used to live in San Francisco, but now I moved back into the family home, and it's a long story. I've told a lot about it, here on live streams in the past, and I'll not go into it too much today. Could you do a video on short story from your mythology studies, please? Yeah, I'll think about that. I actually, the thing that's waiting to be released right now, that's already uploaded and just kind of waiting for the guy to do his YouTube magic on it, is actually fairy tale story. So it's not exactly what you're asking for, but yeah, it's a similar sort of thing. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try to find some stuff it would be, maybe this is ambitious, so I'm not promising this, but I'm going to roll it around in my head. Maybe I'll take up doing the Argonautica and just do it a piece at a time, because that's not all that long, really. Maybe. I'll have to look at it and thumb through it, and because I wouldn't do the Iliad as a reading thing, just because it's just, I find it, I don't know, it's just, I love it, but it's I don't know, I'd have difficulty reading it. The Odyssey, I think it would be easier for me. I think for me anyway, the reading of it, the poetry seems a little easier in the English to make it, for me to make it a spoken thing. But I don't know, I'd have to relook at it. Anyway, let's not get ahead of myself, because, but I'll figure out something to do with some mythology stuff, and yeah, I'll figure something out. I don't know, maybe I'll even just make up stuff. I haven't seen any of the later voiced episodes. I've only seen the silent ones of the Eon Flux. I'll have to look at it. I don't know. Is that right? My memory just did a weird thing to me. Maybe I have seen them and I just didn't see them as often or as much. I'll have to dig into that. But yeah, that's really, really, really good stuff, isn't it? I mean, the whole thing is just, I like the whole, that there's a lot of open space in it. And so, I mean, as far as like, what's going on and, how do you, yeah, it's just, I really like it. Yeah, it's really, really good. Is there a recession brewing? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the guy to ask about that. Okay. Welcome to you. I'm gonna screw up your name. Dara Lyons. Yeah, I hope I said that even close. The audio is skewers? I don't understand what you mean. Okay, Neil. Skewed to one side, is it, huh? So that means that one of the things isn't going in? Let me see what's going on. Well, from my end, it looks like everything's working properly. Is everybody else having a one-sided thing? Oh, is that what it is? Is I'm just being too not centered enough between the mics? Yeah, here, let me do this. Maybe I should move them a little bit, or maybe I should move myself. I guess I should do that. Let's try that. How is that? Is that any better? I feel like I'm a little bit more in between them. Oh, I guess, okay. I'll try to be more careful about my positioning there. Okay, thanks for the heads up on that. All right, cool. Thank you for the pronunciation, for the Darak. I mean, I don't know. I always screw up people's names. I apologize when I do. But yeah, thanks. If I got it even close, that's good. Okay, hang on. Comments are coming in. I need to scroll up. Okay. All right, Eli. Okay, Sean. Okay, I guess I just have to be careful about where I put my head. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think they're right. I think it was about, I was kind of leaning over onto one and I didn't, wasn't paying attention to where the diaphragms are pointed and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Part of it, yeah, I've already complained about it earlier, but the whole setup, I've just been having so many things go wrong today. It's just, I don't know, have you ever had one of those days where it just seems like nothing works? And today's just been that day. So, let's see. Terby, another person from Ireland. I guess I have quite a crowd in Ireland now. Oh, I don't have the brush available to me right now. Man, where did I put it? I put it in a box and put it away because I wasn't using it for any art projects. Okay, I'll try to remember to do a little bit more whispering. And yeah, I always forget because people give me the comments, and then I start forgetting I'm doing ASMR. You know what, here, I have the deck of cards here. Here, I got a deck of cards. Actually, there's a video in the works that has to do with a deck of cards, so there's a hint of something that might be coming out soon. How's that? Let's slow down a little bit. Here, I'll tap. I'll whisper over here and tap over there. How's that? And then I'll whisper over here, and then I'll tap over there. Here we go. All right, what else is going on here with the comments? All right, okay. You guys can chat amongst yourselves. I wonder if there's anything else I could use. It might be a good thing. I don't know. You know, I have a toothbrush that I was using to clean something. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I have this toothbrush. I've never tried using a toothbrush on the mics before. I've only ever used a paintbrush. I think maybe I tried a different kind of brush. Anyway, all right, let's give this a go. Let's just, let's see what would be the best thing. It feels like it might be a little stiff. Let me try it on the top. Is that too harsh? It seems like that might be kind of harsh. I'll leave it alone until somebody says whether it's any good or not. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm glad you're here, AJ. That's good. Thanks for coming by and chiming in too, just so I know, who's who and who's where and all that. Okay, so it is okay with the brush then, huh? All right, let me do a little bit more of that. Let's do a little bit of whispering and try this a little bit. Let me whisper over here and do that over there. Okay. How are you guys about my weird absent-minded whistling? I know some people like it, but I'm always curious if there's how consistent people like it or don't. All right, let's see what else people say. Okay, you want it to be a little bit more. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's the thing. It's a kind of a reason. Well, I guess it's something I would like. I don't know. Medium, maybe? I don't know. Let me do this a little bit with it. Maybe I'll loosen it up. you know, I think most people think my soft speaking voice is better, but there are those who just like whispering, you know what I mean? So I try to accommodate people, you know, now and again. And I keep meaning to, and it just keeps not happening. I need to do some videos that will be for those people that like the whisper. You know, here, let me just do this for a second. How's that? Is that any good? Ah, so did you like 3-layer cake? I'm actually quite proud of that one. I would like to get my head into the right space so that I could make more of those. I really like making that stuff. Or I used to really like making that stuff, I should say, because I haven't made anything really that involved or trippy, or I'd like to do more of that stuff again. I think I just need to, I don't know. Let me see if this is softened up or loosened up the bristles any. Let's see this. Let's try this. It seems like it's just better if I do it like that. I'm hesitant to be doing anything too crazy because here in the room it sounds kind of harsh. So let's do a little bit more of this stuff. Hello, hello, hello. Let's go a little slower now. I know different people like different paces of tapping. Hey, Noah K, you finally made it. All right, right on, 5 a.m. Well, you know, I wish you would have been here earlier because you only have about 25 minutes left, but you know, it's better than 0. I need to be better about getting, I don't know, promoting these things so that people know that they're actually happening and all that. And now here's the thing. So is the Netherlands an hour ahead of the UK, or are they the same? Conking out, huh? Right on. Holy mackerel. I was thinking that the Netherlands was, because I think they're the same as Germany, right, as far as time zones. You know, I just don't remember. When I was there, you would think I would remember that thing, but it's been, let's see, since '98. That was the last time I was in the Netherlands, so it was, what, 26 years ago. Yikes. I need to figure out a way to do more traveling, man. Yeah, I think maybe I'll go do a little bit more Sokoban too, just for. Well, I don't know. How many of you guys actually like that I do the Sokoban during the live stream, or do you think that's just a waste of time? You know, Bill's ASMR World Tour, I have considered such a thing. I mean, obviously, it would have to wait for a considerable amount of time because I am basically destitute. So I have this idea that it would be cool to do exactly as you say, although I don't know how ASMR, because I'm not sure how ASMR would go over live. I mean, I could imagine getting a venue and, a PA, etc. I just don't know how well that would work. I don't know, it's worth looking into, but I would like the idea of doing something like that, I mean, just like go and meet people in person, you know what I mean? All right, cool. So I'll maybe I'll go back and do a little bit more Sokoban there for just a bit. Well, thanks for the encouragement, Eli. I mean, part of me wants to go, yeah, I'm just going to do what I want because that's kind of my normal attitude of things, But I also realize that, I'm not just doing a live stream, right? I am an ASMR artist guy, right? So I try to be mindful of that. Yeah, need the money to travel, man. Need the money to travel. All right, I'm going to go over and do a little bit more Sokoban. So let me bring this window back over to here so I can see it there. Oh, I was working on this one, wasn't I? I don't even remember what I was doing. Because that one's going to have to come down here and go there. Yikes. I don't see how to do this one. Let me start it over. Because this one is only going to be filled from that square there. That's the thing. So I have to get that to there, but then I have to fill it from there. So it has to come like that. But then so does this one has to get filled from there. So how can I get two up there in that manner? If I could have one. All right, here, let me. Oops. There we go. Yikes, I don't see how to do it. I'm going to look at my previously done solution. And we'll just watch the computer do it so I can, because clearly I don't see how to do it. Interesting. Yikes. I must have taken me a few tries to get that to come out properly. Zowie. All right, let me look at what the comments are saying here. that's a good idea. And I just have to get the money together to, well, yeah, I guess that's really what it takes. Is I just have to get the money together. I suppose if I was doing it at venues, I could try to work it out and, to charge admission to pay for the venue. But it seems like getting really complicated. I don't know. I have to figure it out. It's something that will be on my mind, and I will, consider trying to figure out how to make it happen. Off the top of my head now, outside of just having a lot of money, is the only thing that's going to make it work. But anyway, so I think. Okay, I think. I see, I think. Or do I? Let's go ahead and stick this one in here. And I'll put that guy there. Oh, look at this. Yikes. All right. How's that? Wow, I was able to redo my previously made score, so that's not so bad. Okay, let's see. Let me get back to the other thing here. Okay. Do I like any games on YouTube? I'm not sure what you mean, games on YouTube. Does YouTube have a way of playing games? If they do, I don't know anything about it. I haven't done it. I mostly just watch videos on YouTube. I don't really do any of their... I don't have a premium thing or anything like that. I just watch, basic YouTube with commercials. Although, I will admit to using a device that, I use Brave sometimes as a browser, and it is effective at keeping YouTube from displaying ads. And to be honest, I only ever use it when I'm trying to, get tingles and go to sleep or anything like that, you know what I mean? But if I'm just watching stuff like, as television, which is, a lot of times I just treat YouTube as if it was television, because it is. It's like, television is, distance vision, right? Or distance viewing, seeing things from afar, right? So who says it has to be? Well, it doesn't have to be broadcast, right? There's been cable for a long time, so what's the difference between it being individually sent, on a per demand on a computer as opposed to being mass broadcast? It's the technology is different, but my personal experience of it is very similar. So I don't know. So NATO, do you play games on YouTube? How does that work? Okay, we're down to about the last 15 minutes. And again, I'm not going to be harsh and click the button right off at 15 minutes, but if I keep it to, manageable times, then my back will thank me for it later. Or not, give me hell later. No, I do not work full-time right now. I'm unemployed right now, which has been very frustrating, but for many reasons, but obviously money is one of the biggest ones. Let's try the brush again for a minute, yeah. Let's try it on the front if I just go soft, I think. Thanks, Jacob. I used to have this saying that was, I'm not in the grave, I'm not in the hospital, and I'm not in jail, right? You know what I mean? If those three things are true, then it's not all bad, right? My hobbies, I don't know that I have anything that I would call a hobby. I have a lot of interests and a lot of things that I do. The main one being music. And then, I'm trying to get into doing, the ASMR thing on a regular basis and actually have, trying to make a go of the YouTube channel kind of thing. Because I have nothing else to do, right? I might as well start doing that. Well, it's not quite as easy as that, but, yeah. So music, I occasionally get little hairs up my butt to do weird little art projects. It's just silly nonsense, but yeah, I don't know. I might do some more of that kind of stuff and have it make videos out of it or something maybe. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. But otherwise, yeah, no, I don't know. I just get to. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah. Right on, Jacob. That's a really good attitude. That's a really, really good attitude. Thanks for sharing that, man. I'm trying to think of anything else that I would talk about that would be something that would be like a hobby. I mean, there really isn't anything there. I'll have to give that some thought. Maybe I'll be able to turn that into some kind of video. I don't know. Okay, we're coming up on the last 10 minutes or thereabouts. Does anybody have any pressing questions? As we're getting into the final bits here. Well, how many are there of you here? There's 33 of you. I'm going to do is, since we're getting near the end, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the thing about how the scheduling of, let me look at the calendar first off. So we would be talking about the weekend of the 16th and the 17th. Ooh, that's way too loud. Let's find a way of doing this No, it's a 7 again. I'm not doing a 7 again. We have to do a new time. Ha. You know what, here I won't do it in the cup. I'll just do it in my hands and then I'll flip the coin. How's that? I like the idea of doing it in the cup, but it just comes out so loud. Yeah, is that kind of... Is that a decent sound? I don't know if anybody would like that. I don't know. Okay, so it will be 6. Okay, so heads will be PM, meaning Saturday, and then tails will be AM, meaning Sunday. And it's come out, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. So it's heads. So heads means PM, so it'll be Saturday. So again, this will be Saturday. You know what? Yeah, I guess that's what came up. That's what we're going to get. Saturday the 16th at 6 p.m. will be the next live stream. I'll schedule it tomorrow, and then I'll post it on Facebook and all of that, and in the community section probably, and I don't know, I'll try to remember to do all that stuff. You know, Jacob, that you mentioned that's been on my mind recently, and there's a guy the guy that does the well, he did if you guys have seen the John Butler thing, the recent interview he did a recent interview with John Butler, but he does like the pure ASMR. I talked about this earlier. He did well, I guess you call it a collaboration of sorts. He did a compilation of some of my videos, and he got like more than 1 million views, just on that one video, which to me is kind of proof of concept, right? But he's good at doing that YouTube game stuff, so he's going to be helping me do that, and I'm going to see what I can make happen, so I need to do 2 things: A, work with him and get that to happen, and B, I have to just knuckle down and find a way of, getting things done and putting, having output, so that, it's just me and being a half-assed individual, I suppose. But yeah, I think, thanks for the encouragement. That's, that's definitely has been on my mind, trying to make that kind of thing happen. We'll see. I mean, I guess the best thing I can do is just keep doing things, right? Keep doing the live streams, try to put out more videos. Actually, you shouldn't try to put out more videos, just put out more videos, Bill. So that's my intent. Yeah, I don't have the means for creating a staff and the like. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it on my own. I don't know, I think it's doable. Yeah, I don't know. I could see the appeal from your guys' perspective of me doing a thing with John Butler, and I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I just don't think it would happen because I think I'm too much of a screwball. I don't think he'd want to do anything with me, you know what I mean? I mean, not just because I'm not famous or anything like that, but he's a very kind of peaceful guy. He's got his thing, and I'm pretty settled in my mind as far as spirituality goes, but I have a lot of angst around my physicality due to my health and, my financial situation, and that definitely bleeds into my state of mind and how I behave in the world. And, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I doubt it will ever happen, you know what I mean? I mean, I shouldn't even take such things so seriously, I guess, but, it can't help but when you put it in my head to do so. Well, thanks for that, Neil. I appreciate your saying that. Yeah, I just have to, basically what it is I just have to become more disciplined and figure out a way of, just getting past my physical limitations. I mean, other people are way worse off than I am, and they do more. You know what I mean? So I just have to figure out a way of doing that. Yeah, there's this story that, excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I saw this video earlier today, and it was a news story that was a follow-up thing. Apparently, okay, it was about this woman who was a judge and this guy who was a criminal, and she was doing a thing where there was a bunch of criminals, well, I should say alleged criminals, right? They've been arrested, whatever, they're, you know, getting their trial dates and all that. And so they're, you know, whether they're pleading guilty or getting a lawyer or all that kind of stuff. She's kind of doing a bunch of people kind of in a, you know, it sort of seemed like she had a lot of people to get through kind of thing. Anyway, one of the people that she was having to process, I guess would be the word for it, turned out to be a guy that she knew in middle school. And so she was doing the thing, and, you know, like blah, 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 blah. So you have an attorney, we're going to set the date for this and such, blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing. All the nitty gritty administrative stuff that she was handling in the moment. And then in the end of it, she goes, let me ask you a question. Did you go to, and I don't remember, she said the name of the middle school. And then he recognized her, and it broke him. He, like, I mean, I don't mean in a bad way, but in a good way, it broke him. He started like crying, and it was like this weird thing that happened. And you could tell that it was, there was a weird kind of shame and sadness in him that kind of got released, because his old friend from, you know, like, I guess he was in his 40s or something at this point, and, you know, old friend from middle school, and, you know, whatever. Anyway, it turns out, because the story was, like, because this was 10 years ago, apparently they've maintained contact with each other, and he's got his life together. And dig this, he was a dude 10 years ago that was in, you know, gonna go to prison for, I think it was less than a year, so it was a minor thing, but he was going to prison. He had drug issues and gambling issues and all kinds of things that were just kind of against him, and now he's got a good job. He's a manager at some company, I don't remember what they said it was, and he actually owns his own house, right? Dig that. He went from being a guy that most of us would say, wow, that guy's not got his shit together, to being a person who does, you know what I mean? That's a really groovy thing, I think, you know, for a person to, you know, be able to make a change in their life, you know, where they, you know, can kind of come out of struggle like that. I mean, I know what, you know, because I used to be a blackout drunk, so I know what it's like to have issues with substances. Yeah, so I mean, if people can turn their lives around, that's a really good and encouraging thing. So, you know, I try to keep that in mind and see if I could, you know, leverage those types of things for my own, you know, well-being and the like, you know, material and, you know, improvement of my life and all that kind of thing. Okay, there's a couple of comments here I need to catch up on. Yeah, you know, you're right. It shouldn't be as hard as it is, but for some reason I just get bogged down in things, and, you know, Jacob. So, you know, yeah, I just have to figure it out. Okay, so there's the end of the timer. So let me go ahead and, I'll just leave it there. It doesn't matter. Okay, I don't know. Maso says, thanks for the encouragement. I don't know, Maso. Oh, okay, AJ. Well, I'm glad you're, you know, here and digging it. That's really groovy. Thank you. Thanks, Eli. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and say a good night, and I will see you guys on, what did I say it was going to be? 6 p.m. Saturday the 16th. Let me write that down. Where's my pencil? 6 p.m. Saturday the 16th of March. Right. All right. I will schedule that and set it up tomorrow, and like I said, I'll try to make all the appropriate posts to get everybody so they know about it. And right, okay, cool. So I will catch all of you guys. I'm going to go ahead and click the stop streaming thing, and that'll be the way that goes. Yeah, up. So let me go here. All right. Aloha, siblings.